This daf Yom Yerushalmi Seches Ma'aseh Sheni. The article Oz V'Hodar Edition. We're on daf Yud Beis Amud Aleph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines down from towards the end of the line. V'Hod Tani. And in the Vilna, that's on Ches Amud Beis. From the top of the page, it is 8 lines down. V'Hod Tani, middle of the line, or towards the beginning of the line. Okay, so yes, he wanted to say that. Oh no, not that one. Second Balatani, which is 8 lines out. Balatani. So the yes, we wanted to say how we know she is b'chal chil because it says lo so chal kol dam, and that it's not the dam shekorash because in a chayiv and dam shekorash midaraisa. So therefore, it must be that's normal blood and normal drinking, and we see that achila that she is included in achila. So it says Gemara, but I didn't learn to Sefta. The crease was parak base, rice to base. So, but Bobby a couple places. Then we learn himchas chalev. If you dissolve chalev to the point that this fat becomes liquefied, and you drink it, or vice versa. Well, himchas chalev gamo, you dissolve the chalev, you drank it, or vice versa. Himchas adam ba'achlo. If you congeal blood, you ate it. So, raise a chayev. So you see that congealed blood, you chayev. The eating does pass by blood because dam shekar, dam if you makbed dam, if you solidify it, you're chayev. Ma'aval Rabbi Yonah. Well, what about Rabbi Yonah? Rabbi Yonah told us yesterday that dam shekarash is not a chiv daraisa. What does it do with the fact that it says here hit bas adam ba'achla raise a chayev? Huh? So eno lo ochel my Rabbi Yonah eno lo ochel etami tumas oichlin. He says so. The that Joseph says dam shekarash is potter is which is a Tosefta that Rabbi Yonah actually wrote down. Tam shkosh elo ochel l'mashke. So much of that it says that tam shkosh is not ochel l'mashke. It's in terms of time tumas oichlin or mashkin. In terms of tuma, time tumas oichlin or mashkin, but still the chiv of dam, which evidently you can make a lump. You could make a lump. It's here obviously, which is you don't have to make it. Dam, the chiv of achilas shesiyas dam or achilas dam is independent of the halachas of tum and tara, which it has as oichel or not oichel. So well, it's obvious here, right? So amen. So that's what it said that dam shekorash is not considered dam. That's in terms of tumantara. It's still michayev in terms of lo sochlu kol dam. So that's the case. Hajakushal duchta. We don't know that something which is you're drinking is also included in eating. So, so we want to try another source. It says, use your mind, Sheni Yerushalmi for anything your heart desires, your soul desires. Manakam, what are you talking about? Even nice same time, yain, but actually it's important to know the rest of the puzzle. It says, by yain, put in wine. And eat it. So you see, you can buy wine, it's called achila. Right? So what are you talking about? Manakam. Even though same time yain with tavshil. If we're talking about where the it's about you put wine into a cooked dish so to give a taste. So the wine damages the taste of the dish. So that's considered nezitam begam, and that would not be considered to be derech achila. So it must be it's about wine. Which of course, because what about the dishes? Well, it's not nezitam begam, but anyway. Let's see what the Gemara does this thing. Followed the time of Gamu Rabban Yisrael. The part of being I'm sorry, Micah. Even this time, but there, Yam Tavshel time of Gamu. So it must talk about wine as is, and it says that it's saying what you're eating in Yerushalmi. Rabban Yisrael. The part of being Uznaya becomes Uzaya. It's talking about that here. So wine which you went into a rice dish. Uznaya and comes uznaya, or a fig dish, and that wine which is put in them is nice time l'shemach. And therefore it's called achila because it's achila piggybacked onto or into the piggyback is probably not a good word used for kosher food, but it is included in what you're consuming, the rice or the figs, and therefore yain is b'chal achila, not because you see it's b'chal achila, but here you're eating the wine. Because Rabbi Yossi Shema min hacha. Rabbi Yossi learned that the she is b'chal achila from here. Shvua, person of shvua shlo ochal. This is a Mishnah in Shavuos, Parag Gimel Mishnah. Person took a shvua shlo ochal. He's not going to take he's not to eat. V'achal v'shas, he ate and he drank. It says Yechayev Shtayim, but the Ras really Pnei Moshe and Yerushalmi and Yuma Shavuos change gear, have the gears. Eino Chayev el achas. Oh, Eino Chayev el achas. It must be that achila and shasiya are the same, right? So the it's not considered to be two different things because one is eating, one is drinking. If she was not, it's a little bit more large here. If she was not achila, so then if she is b'chlachil, then so it's only chayv achas. Even though it's like acha v'chaza v'acha, because they're two different types of meisim. But if achila and shasiya are not related, right? So then it's partial. He's partial because the drinking is not a factor. It's only if the drinking is somehow a factor. We still say he's only chayv achas. Then he's saying something which is a chiddush. That can only be true if shasiya is the Tzchei tells that shasiya bichlal achila. It doesn't seem to look separate. It really is part of achila. Okay, now we have in the Gemara Chabramin Eno Chayv Achas Amar Rabbi Yossi Amar in the Basra. These parentheses in the labor sign. That's the parentheses, and Rasir Pnei Moshe and Yerushalmi Human Shavuos have rather. I'm in Chavrai Kum Rabbi Yossi. With Chavrai is saying for Rabbi Yossi more about the Basra. Look at what it says afterwards. Shua lo shloachav ve'eshter. Person ate took shua not to eat and drink. V'achav v'shasa ate and drank. Chayav shtayim. It would say shasim chachil. Why is it chayav shtayim? It's like taking a shvua not to drink and another shvua not to drink. Only chayav one because ain't shvua chayav shvua. So why chayav shtayim in this case? So the Gemara, Rabbi Yossi comes back and rejects this. So though it doesn't say here explicitly Rabbi Yossi is making a rejoinder, but he is. Ilam Mishul in front of Shnei Kikolim. The person had two loaves in front of him. Amar said, Shvush lo ochal kikar zeh. He said, Shvush not going to eat this loaf. Chazam Shvush lo ochal kikar zeh. He said, another Shvush not going to eat this loaf. Shemer chayav shtayim is not chayav two. So Rabbi Yossi says, if somebody says took a Shvush not going to eat this loaf, and then he said, a Shvush not going to eat this loaf, is not chayav two. Because since he says kikar zu, he didn't say kikar, he said kikar zu, so he revealed he only answered one loaf, and therefore he takes a loaf on the when he takes another shvua on the second loaf. It's not shvua chal shvua. He's chayav the second time. He's chayav on the second loaf for the second shvua. So here too, since the second he says shvua shlo in the case where he says that. Shvush ochal, v'achal, v'shasa, eno chayv el achas. Right? It says that shvur that I'm not going to eat. And he ate and drank. It's only chayv one. So the when he said, well, actually that's Rabbi Yossi's right. In that case, it's a chayv raya bringing us the right against Rabbi Yossi. Sorry, they said shvush ochal v'eshter, v'achal v'shasa chayv shtayim. It says Rabbi Yossi, that's not right that Shasiya is not B'chal Chiyah, because since you broke it out and specified Shasiya as a second Shvuah, that's why you're Chayiv on the Shasiya separately. Just like you broke out the loaves, you said one loaf and then the second loaf, you're Chayiv on each loaf independently, so too, Shasiya would have been B'chal Chiyah, had you not broken out. He said broke it out, he said on Shul Shul Ochal, Shul Eshter, then you're Chayiv on the Chiyah and the Shasiya separately. Let's see again. Inside again. So Ilu Amar, uh, Ilu Amar Mishal in front of Shteki Korim. Uh, Ilu Mishal Shteki Korim. From Mashush Lo Ochal Kikar Zeh. V'chazar Mashush Lo Ochal Kikar Zeh. Hashem Einu Chayiv Shtayim. So here too, that's the Chayiv Shtayim because they're breaking it out. Rabbi Chinin b'Shem Pinchas Shama Lo Minhacha. Rabbi Chinin ben Pinchas learned a right that should see B'Chila from here. Shvur Shul Ochal, a person took a shvur not to eat. V'Ochal, and he ate all of Shem he made food which is not suitable to eat. V'Shas HaMashkin Shem Shasiya, and he drank beverages that are not suitable to drink. Potter is exempt. Oh, what's the inference? Claim Shas HaMashkin or Yim Shasiya, but if he drank beverages which are suitable to drink, Chayav. The implication is that he's Chayav, right? What's he Chayav for? He took a shvur l'ochal, right? Lo b'shvur l'ochal. Isn't it? Is he obviously is he not Chayav for shvur l'ochal? Yet he's Chayav even if he only drank as long as the mashkin are ru'il l'shasiyah. So Mara says you have two Yerusos there. Nicha the non-Morin Shvun Lo Shvur Ochal. It makes sense like us who have the version of that Mishnah a Shvur not going to eat. So it's mashma that she see b'chal clear. From Kabbalah, but like Rabbanan, the inner morning they had Girsa Shvur Shlo Ochal Shlo Eshter. I'm not going to drink. So then all bets are off because he's not violating. Achila Shvur, that's not going to require eating. He's only violating the Shasiyah Shvur, so there's no riot from there. Rabbi Chinin Rosh Hashanah Minazar. Here from here. It says this is a Mishnah in Yuma. Paraches Mishnah Gimel. Somebody ate and drank on Yom Kippur B'Helim Echad. In one period forgetfully, so the Enachai Belachas. So he says Achav B'Helim Echad Enachai Belachas. So if you're going to say that the Shasiyah is not including Achila, so then it should be Chayav too, right? For eating and for drinking. It's like eating and doing malacha. You should have two. Eating and doing drinking. If they're separate, you should have two. For the fact that you have one, it must say that Shasiyah is B'chal Achila. Rabbi Abba Mari Shama Minhacha. He gave another version. It says, Ochati B'oni Mimenu. I didn't eat in my aninus from Meiser Sheni, which now it means Meiser Sheni. Ella Shasisi. So it says, what about drinking? What do you make it be about eating? What about drinking? So should make a sure about that as well. So now the one says Nicha Kaman, but they Moshe and Yerushalmi should change that to Ad Kedun Damashur Achal V'Shlasa. So okay, we're going back to before that we understand where a person is Shlo Achal and he drank that is Chaya because she sees B'chal Achila. But it says it should say the Gra and the Yerushalmi should say Be'amar. Be'amar Shul Eshter Achal. What about there? Right, a person should take a Shul Eshter and he ate. So she should see her B'chal Achila that drinking is good Achila and Ein Achila Ein Achila B'chal Shasiyah. So a person took a Shul not to drink and he drank and he ate. That's not considered by the Shema. So Shasiyah is including Achila, but it's not reflexive. Achila is not including Shasiyah. Easter boy Mishma mean Easter boy Mishma mean Adok. It doesn't learn from here. It says it says you can't eat in your gates. Your meiser of your grain, your tirosh and yitzor. Tirosh, and we know tirosh is a yain. Tirosh means wine. Yitzorecha is a sicha. That's oil, which you anoint. A Torah calls achila. The Torah called it eating. So you see that it's Shasiyah B'chal Achila hal achila. That's why I never any b'chol. It's not clear. Meaning, it's not the rice. It's not a true libur. In Temer who mechuvaru We're going to say it's mechuver, meaning that it's definitely pshat the pasuk. It's clear. It's therefore it'd be a daraisa. You call it mechutz l'chayma. So then somebody who anoints Sheni on his skin outside Yerushalmi should be get malchus. And Amar Rabbi Yossi said, Amar Rabbi Yossi, it says, Ein lokin chutz l'chayma. You don't get malchus outside the wall. Ella al, it should be not Ma'aser Sheni Torah Shem Chutz Yerushalmi B'Yatsa, but Ella al achila u'shasiya. That's the gra. So and therefore it can't be Yitzarecha Zu Sicha. That can't be a Joshua Gemara. And the Gemara is going to bring another raya. It's not in the group Joshua Gemara, but I think that's already on the Gimel Amud Aleph. Yes, it certainly is the Gimel Aleph. So therefore, we'll stop here for today.